Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to another stream. We are playing a little bit of Skylines today, and we are going to look at, the expansion of how a real city starts. Today I'm keen on expanding into this area, provide a little bit of a port area, some kind of a commercial, something like that, some commercial / industrial port over here. Drunk Pilot, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Okay, what are we going to do first? Okay, I think let's get straight into it. Let's just have a quick look at what's going on in the city in general. We've got the farm down here, Sunset Estate. We've got the nice big road that leads over here. Nice direct road, actually some kind of forms kind of a bit of a bypass for the old highway here. The old route basically. Yeah, everything else is going well. We've got decent demand of specifically industrial, but we're also looking pretty much at getting a lot more office space out of this. And as you can see, the Vanilla Valley over here, which it's a bit of a play on the words, is going along strongly, but we can of course expand that a little bit more. We've got a fire going on over here, which has been sorted out by our emergency services. Okay, let's get into our port over here. I'm just going to use the standard port. There is a rail here, but what we'll do is we'll do a rail station as well. I don't want to put it in here. Well, it's not going to work in here anyway, but I want to kind of put it at the edge here, and I want to use the rest as a kind of a commercial, nice canal city piece. Yes, I'm back. I actually streamed on Saturday as well, but yeah, I'm now back into the normal swing of things, so there'll be 3 streams a week as we go forward. How do I want to place that? How does that look? I'm gonna move it a little bit. I don't want to move too much, but I do want it a little bit. There we go. No, that's not quite what I had in mind. Can we... Ooh. Is that... Yes, something like that. That's going to be fine. There we go. That's what I want to do. Let's get our roads to work here. Okay. Interesting that I've got zoning on that road. Didn't think that's the way it worked. We'll have to do a little something like that for now until we expand our area. Okay, and then I'll just downgrade all of this to normal road so that we can see what happens along this section a little bit more, like so. And we can't upgrade that section. Why not? Is it because there's a train running through there? Okay, well, if that's the case, we'll just have to rebuild it. Get these guys out of the way and do that. Oops. And now what now what we'll do is we will rebuild like so. There we go. Perfect. Standard stuff there. Okay. Okay, now that we've got this guy in place, immediately it's getting a little bit of traffic. So let's make sure it's got water and electricity and all those good things. Okay, we'll do a little bit of this and we'll extend the piping along this road here. This road is traveling pretty slowly at the moment. Okay, so water connected, power. We'll do a similar thing and run power. Ooh, but power will be a problem, since we'll have to go up and over. Okay, so let's do up and wow. We can't go over. How crazy is that? Okay, hang on. Okay, let's try this a little bit differently then. Can I just get rid of that section, please? Let's try that one more time. Drop it down a little bit. That's something like that. Actually, that's probably okay. No, we wanted that to be high. Come on. Over and yes. Okay, fine. If we can only find a spot that makes sense to place it. What's going on with my snapping? Why is, can I, if I switch off snapping, will that help? Ah, perfect. Oof, that's much better. Shouldn't do snapping with the power. Okay, now we'll run the power out to here, and obviously we will slowly remove that as we develop this area. So there we go. The harbor should be up and running, and now we can expand our industrial and the likes. Okay, let's quickly have a look. Let's see where we can put some more offices. Oh, we've got a fair bit of residential in there as well. We can expand our offices a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually do this section through here and expand our offices in that spot right there. That should be pretty good. I speed it up a little bit so it happens a little quicker. As per usual, we'll do the first half an hour of City Skylines, and then we will, as per usual for a Tuesday, we'll do the first half an hour of City Skylines, and then from there we will go into Airport CEO and continue the expansion of the airport. Okay, let's see what else are we going to place in this area. How can we lay this thing out so it makes sense? We could run a road up there, and I'm a little intrigued by doing something like that. Let's turn on the snapping so we can okay, obviously running it like this is not going to work, but doing something like that and then turning it in and into there is not bad. There's not a lot of room in here. Probably need to run things a little bit. Valley Street, that's interesting. Now let's see, what are we going to do in here? Are we going to put a little bit of industrial in here? Yeah, I think so. A little bit of industrial in this area should be just fine. We probably need to just get that water back in that direction. So a little bit of industrial here at the port. It's going to look pretty good for us. Now on the other side, we would like, and this will get really busy. This will get really busy like so. But this is all what this is what a city is all about, running little bits and pieces of development. Okay, so let's grab the trains, and we'll grab one of these guys. We just need to see how we kind of slot that in. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that tile, and then we go back in there and we will fix this whole thing up. And then this area could expand over here as well. And to be honest, we could do a little bit of an interchange between all of these rail lines over here. Okay, let's do that. Let's pause this for a second. We'll trim the line here so we can place our station, our stop or whatever. Okay, hang on. I do like a little bit of one-way road associated with those. So let's do this. Let's say we want a little bit of straight. How am I going to do that? Let's start it. That's going to be good. Okay, let's do that. And I think what we do is we just turn it the other way around. I think the other way around is better. Okay, so that's going to be the way we do this. Yeah, okay. Now what we'll do is we'll grab this station here. We will slot it in. Ooh, it's not going to be great. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Let's kind of put it right at the edge there. Is that gonna work? Yeah, I like that actually. It's a little lower. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna deal with that. Now let's get ourselves the rail line. I'm gonna trim this guy back a bit more. Okay, and then we're gonna reinstate it in here, and I'll just see if we can do. We do something like that. Is that too weird? It might be a little tight, that, but what I also want to do is I just want to make sure that we actually run it through here, this side as well. Okay, let's trim that side a little again till we get to that straight over there. Then we run it out like this. Yeah, Let's trim that back a little more. Okay, I think that's gonna work. And over here we'll just kind of turn it. Let's do 10 and 10. It's a little far, isn't it? That's okay, that's okay. We can do a bit of a rail yard here. Not that it will do anything in game, but we can do a bit of a rail yard here. That's actually a good idea. So let's do a little something like that. Okay, and obviously these things don't work really well, so we'll have to do a little bit of this, and actually, yeah, that's more the style we want in there. Something like that, something like that. Okay, perfect. So now we've got that connected. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's just get rid of, move it here. Okay, cool. Okay, so now that's working. We can put some rails in the middle here and have that as a bit of a rail yard. That would actually work quite well, and then this area as an industrial area would work pretty nicely too. Okay, let's connect the water up here. So just as something like that should be fine. We also still don't have any power, so what I'm thinking is actually it's about time. Let's get rid of these over here, and we'll fill in a little bit more industrial area in here. Okay, let's do a little bit of that. There's not a lot of room for industrial in here. We could of course do actually I'd rather do a little bit of commercial on the main line here next to our industrial area, so people have a spot to go and have lunch and the likes. Yeah, I think that's pretty good there. We'll just do a little section like that, and we'll fill the rest with a little bit of industrial, something like that. Let's fill that spot over there too, and even that spot over there. Excellent. Now, can we get some power connected? Well, let's just do that for now and have all of that connected. Great stuff. So now all of that would work. There's a little weird the Valley Street thing that's going on over here, but I don't mind it too much. I don't mind it too much. It was all kind of working. Okay, now let's see. I do want to have a look at the other side. The other side, I want a bit of maybe an office slash industrial piece. This will kind of, oh, this doesn't have to remain. Okay, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll peel the road off of that. Okay, so just give me a straight section. At least for the first bit, we'll have a straight section like that. Good stuff. And now what we can do is we can actually plan out our little section here. So what we'll do is something like that's going to be great stuff. We could even run it a little bit like that. See how we squeeze that in there. Okay, now if I, for instance, say we want something like this, that is workable. Ooh, not quite what I'm after there. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, these angles still not doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, maybe then the standard stuff isn't really what we're after. So let's try a little bit like this. It's the snapping, man. It's the snapping. Let's do this. Maybe it was the snapping to all anyway. Maybe that was exactly our problem, was all the snapping. So let's try it if we then kind of just curve it in. Oh yeah, that's something like that. It's okay. There's a little bit of a cul-de-sac on. Well, what we could do is we could have a little bit of a beach property area there. Okay, fine. Let's start it off like this. This is going to be a bit of a commercial waterfront, like that, and what we'll do is we'll add some office spaces behind it. And as is typical in smaller towns, these things aren't too big to start with. They then grow and expand and so on. So let's just get rid of some of these things so they fill in a little bit more appropriately. We obviously need some water to come run all the way down here. So our new water Actually, we can just do a little something like this and then run it straight through there. So there we go. That's okay. We also need a little bit of power. Could be appropriate to run the power across the river. Could be. Yeah, it could be appropriate. And let's go ahead and actually just kind of, why is it, why can't we actually cross the river there? Okay, let's do that. Okay, then what I'll do is come on, then I'll delete this section and we will do something a little bit more subdued down here. So we'll do a little bit of that. We'll see about connecting those together. Now people can actually, well, not that we have boats and stuff on the river there. Okay, so now this area is going to start getting a little busier because there's some trafficability over here. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to downgrade this road all the way back to the standard, because now we've got some stuff happening everywhere. We can continue this expansion over here, all these kind of things. So that's pretty good. Okay, we've got demand for pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and expand our residential area a little bit over here. This road here, I'm not building on that, so that could become a bigger road. This one, I don't think we can extend that too much. So let's build a little bit of a residential in there. Let's see about something that we can do in here. Maybe a little. Let's grab a little road section in there, something like this. Put the snapping back on so we can, yeah, so we can align ourselves. That's good. Up to say there, I think that's fine. If we do something like that, that's kind of a little bit of cul-de-sac area there, which I think is fine. For residential, it's not a problem. And then what we'll do is we'll expand that. Oh, we are also now building on this, so we can do that. At the same time, what we'll do is we're not scoring a lot, but we are scoring a little bit on this side. So we'll do this, and we will do that. Okay, perfect. So that's cool. So there's a fair bit more residential coming in over here. This is the farmland that's now turning into that. There is some stuff on this main road here. How's that traffic doing? Getting a little busier in a few spots, but all in all, we're not too bad. Let's put the overlay on so we can see. But I find the overlay is a little bit too aggressive with what the stuff is all about. See, that's saying like this is just a nightmare, and it's flowing very nicely. It's flowing very nicely. Even this, I mean, what's going on over here? It's no big deals, no problems. I don't know. So I don't get how the traffic flow really looks that bad. The red is just not nice. Okay, so over there we've got our commercial pieces going on. Okay, now what's next? We could expand this a little bit, and we could actually extend this road out here. Actually, let's do that. I'm gonna use this as two-way. So let's do, say, a little something like that. What we'll do is we'll bring something out of there. Yeah, that's going to be good. Let's do a little bit of this, and then what we'll do is we'll connect them together over here. So that's fine. And now we've got a little bit more room for some stuff over here. We'll expand our industrial area a little bit. And we can actually also expand it over here next to the rail line. That's awesome. That's going to work. Let's do a little bit of that and see how that goes. We could do a little spot in here too. So let's do that. Let's just do a little spot in there. So the railway station and the port next to one another right in this little area. And that's a little container ship over there. A big container ship. Now, the thing that I was wondering about is, can we find a way to connect this together? It's a pretty gentle slope, so we could, but what we obviously have a little bit of a problem with. Okay, let's try something. I've never actually done proper loops and stuff, railway loops in the game. So let's try a little bit of something in here. We'll see about connecting this section up there, right? Okay, now let's see. actually that's probably a little bit too. Wow, look at that move. I like it. That's cool. I like it, but I want to make it a little smoother. Let's try that again. And we'll do a little something like this maybe. Yes, excellent. Now what we'll do is we will do that. Oh man, that's looking awesome. It's not actually connected. Ooh, let's that is looking pretty good though. I don't like what it's glitching out there, but it'll work. And now similarly, can we do something on the other side? I need to connect some water in here. So if we do that, nice. Now, yes, look at that. Ooh, again, we're not quite perfect. There we go. We're getting that connection. That one looks really decent. It is a little bit problematic though that is looking the way it's looking there, because trains can actually get stuck with this. So we'll have to see how that goes. Maybe that doesn't work for us in the end. Let's do a little bit of water here. Nice, but at least that's now working. So now what we can do is we can actually, and it'll be a lot of rail track here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of this. Okay, let's try something more. Let's see a bit more. I've been playing too much Transport Fever. Now I'm just into building these rails. Come on, why are you? Okay, let's try it over here then. Okay, with the rail, it's just weird. We have to kind of connect it in funny ways. So if we do that and we do that, and we just have to use move it in the end, because the rail just doesn't build in any kind of decent way. Okay, so if we do a little something like that, now that's a connection between that rail and this one. It means you can actually go in over that way, and you'll have to go back through that way in order to get that sorted. Yeah, you won't be able to. Maybe if you do something like this, but it's really not great. It's really not great. If you do something like that, whoa, look at this, look at that. Okay, hang on. Okay, now we've broken it. Wow, look at that. That's cool. So you can't do that, but you can do that one. Excellent. I like it. That's fine. Okay, it's a little busy, but it has to be busy. It's a rail yard, and while we're at it, why don't we actually you won't be able to properly park stuff in here. Anyway, just leave it as is for now. It's it's really busy. Ooh, we're having a fire over here, and why? Because we don't have proper fire coverage in this area. So I think it is important that we actually do a little bit of fire coverage over here, and that spot there might be a good one for us. I want to trim this back over here, like so. Give me that, and what I'll do is I'll just connect it over here so that we can actually make use of this area. Do we have some commercial demand? Not really, but we do have some more industrial. So let's look at some of these dock warehouses things going on over here. Obviously we can't specify what we're receiving here, but we can. Let's trim that back a little. It's a little aggressive there. Too close to the water. We'll do a little bit of that over there too. Perfect. That's good. And then we may as well sort out the other side as well over here. So it's a bit of a drive through an industrial / port area to get to this. Yeah, that's good. That's good to get into the town over here. But I like the port that we're doing over here. Okay, again we're having some issues with power. So yes, we're out of power. What is our current situation with power? We've got an oil power plant over here. Is it time for renewables? We've got a little bit more cash now, so we can actually go into a little bit of a renewable energy thing. So that's ocean thermal energy conversion plant. That's an interesting one. How much do we get from that? That's actually a lot. How much does this thing cost? Not a lot at all. And it's a good place to put it. Let's put our energy conversion plant out here. Okay, a little bit out of the way, but still fairly industrial in nature. We'll grab ourselves one of these small little roads because there's not a lot of traffic out to this this type of facility. We'll do it like that. Excellent. So Wood Street to the energy plant over there. We just need to make sure that we, in the end, actually go and connect it to everything. So what we'll do is we will run, and remember with the snapping, we will run a bit of a power line, high voltage power line along the road over here, and probably connect it into there. And now we should have decent power situated for the town, and so much so that we could probably switch off some of these facilities that we have. So take the coal and we'll switch, the oil plant, and we'll switch that off and see how that goes. Did we have any other? Oh, we've got a coal plant as well. Let's switch that off too and see how we're going with power. Still decent amount of power over there. We'll keep the wind turbines on because we're sustainable. Bobrik. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Yes, you're not too late. Well, we're doing a little bit of City Skylines, and actually, to be honest, we're about at the end of that piece. So what we'll do is why is there so much water all of a sudden? I don't know. Anyway, what we'll do is we will switch over to not Transport Fever, to Airport CEO in just a minute. Okay, let's run the water out there as well. Good stuff. Now all of that's working. So in this episode, what we've done is we've kind of expanded our commercial hub over here. We've played around with trains a little bit, and now we can actually get the trains to connect to the various pieces. There's still a bit of a transfer that's going to be required between the one and the other one over there. We've got half our park burning down over here, which is probably a sign that we need some of these helicopters, which is just weird, but it's something that you will find in wooded areas typically. So we need to have this close to the action, but not kind of in the middle of the city, but close to the water. Shall we place it over here? Let's do that. We may move it later, but yeah, that's gonna be okay. So now at least that should be able to sort that out. We've got some fire trucks running up and down here to save the buildings, but unfortunately the forest is lost until such time as we actually have these helicopters make their way into this direction, which I hope they'll do soon. Now we need to expand our water supply a little bit over here, so we'll do a little bit of that, connect that up there again. This road could at some point be upgraded to something a little bit more substantial. Wouldn't mind that at all. Okay, we're down to our last minute of City Skylines before we move over to Airport CEO. So I would like to thank you for coming out and having a look at this. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button and the follow. For those catching it on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you've enjoyed it, leave some comments down below. What do you think of the town? We're growing nicely along the edge of the river, and we're filling in slowly as demand grows. So it's a slow growth. We're only at about 15,000 people as yet. So it's just going to be continuing out in a bit of a radial pattern probably from here on out. See how things go. I'm still wondering about the water over here. We'll have to see what's going on there. Guys, thank you so much. And for you on the stream, please stick around. Airport CEO will commence in just a minute. So I'm going to stop it here.